I'm going to turn this fan off. Okay, I'm back. When it's hot, days like this is a good thing to do. I realize that sugar causes inflammation, which contributes to disease and issues. Okay, that might have been the beginning of that other part. It doesn't need to be totally in order. Just listen to the comment and you'll understand. Keto Carnivore here, 3 years. Recently I got caught up in a rainstorm while returning from a day on the beach. Pushing a beach cart, I decided to run. Wow, it felt so good. I'm 80 years young and used to run daily, but haven't in years. This is an amazing way to eat and live. Before carnivore, I was obese and had an irregular heartbeat. By 2020, I suffered anemia, UTIs, itching skin, edema, twitching muscles, fatigue. I can't walk more than an hour. I've researched this and my worries are true. I have CKD. I don't know if that's chronic kidney disease or what. I apologize. Oh, I might have got. Okay, I think this goes right behind it. Pay more attention when I print these off and hopefully get them in order. CKD. Thought it was, but truthfully it was killing me. I couldn't lift weights at all without gaining 30 to 40 pounds. I was miserable by eating carbs, starches, etc. Now beef, butter, bacon, eggs, looking for meat that is more calorie dense because I walk 3 to 4 miles 3 to 4 times a week. Going for a scan on my arteries in my neck in a few weeks. Okay, hang on. Another one here. I love his honesty and everything. Very refreshing. What that's about is the interview was a carnivore interviewing a doctor that had made the decision to go carnivore and explain how everything was so much the opposite of what they've been told. This is great. I like how Dr. Cooley opens up about his health and shares the story of his turning around. I hope he finds some food freedom soon. I'd actually think that video was about that Dr. Cooley was, and this is coming off of No Carb Life, which I always tell you about. So I thought I would just read the comments from people watching videos of that. So but the Dr. Cooley actually thought he was safe from eating all the vegetables and the fruit and all that, and then found out that he ended up having a heart attack. So he was even on a statin the whole time. So kind of on the end of that, I hope that he finds food freedom soon. Higher fat and protein satisfy, not vegetables, and hopefully he will get to eat more as well as more calories. Food addiction can be healed. This was a kind of an addition to that one comment about. I'll just read the rest of it. By not purchasing fruit, vegetables, and all the other necessary for recipes, I have more money to purchase the meat. Money also comes not. Money also comes from not needing to purchase prescription medicines because some are no longer needed. I am hoping you eliminate some vitamins as well. I hope Dr. Cooley tries full-on carnivore for his heart health, stops the hard exercising, and changes to resistance training. I would love to see his results too. It doesn't really surprise me he had more than heart issues. I really got these out of order. Sorry, the next video I'll try to keep everything one after another. So bear with me, as they say. I did keto for 4 years, 2020 to 2023. I was also struggling with cravings. Until this year, I progressed to carnivore and cravings went away. Love from Perthshire, Scotland. I love to hear a lot of the Australian people call in on some of these videos, and I just love their accent. Here's another person. Can sleep 8 hours and have vivid dreams. I am so thankful to these people who shared their story of carnivore. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your experience with us, Dr. Cooley. It is eye-opening. In my 50s, I developed bronchitis and had my doctor, excuse me, what my doctor was calling asthma. Okay, I don't want to wear these, but I guess I have to. Some of the stuff is big enough and other stuff isn't. When it prints off your screenshots, your printer, I don't know, I guess it's dumb. It doesn't know how to put it all in one screenshot, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Let's go again. In my 50s, I developed bronchitis and what my doctor was calling asthma. I would say to him, well, I never had asthma before. I would cough for 8 weeks. They would give me antibiotics and steroids, and I went keto. When I went keto, it all went away. That's funny because long time ago, I'm going to say 15 years ago, I got one of those coughing deals that you cough for a couple weeks, and I'd read about whooping cough and that, I don't know, it's actually coming back out or something. But I'm telling you, when you have no reason to cough, nothing's coming up, it's a dry cough, it's just cough, cough, cough for no reason, and it gets really bad when you try to lay down in bed and sleep. And I mean, I did that for probably 3-4 weeks myself. The doctor had no explanation of that. You know, that same deal. They put me on like a bronchitis inhaler. It did help a little. But it's just funny that I actually remember that. That was at least 10 years ago. Probably 15 years ago. home, excuse me, coughing, yeah. Home care nurse, 7 months carnivore, blood pressure from 160s over 90s down to 120s over 80. I'm going to read that again. Blood pressure from 160 over 90s down to 120s over 80s. Lost 40 pounds, 4 inches off of my waist. Had to buy new scrubs. That's a good, I mean, having to buy new clothes, I get it. I went all the way down to 34 jeans and then back up to 36s and the 38s. I've got a little bit of a roll on me still. So just quick history here is I lost 18 pounds the first 2 months. Amazing energy. And that's what really, I was like, whoa, what's going on? I've never felt this good. And I do believe that it had a lot of inflammation, fatty liver. I used to drink a lot, but I mean, you still can have fatty liver without drinking. But you lose a lot of your visceral fat around your organs. And so I lost weight, but then when I injured my back, I was laid up for, the first month, that's all I did is lay on the couch. I made it to work after 2 weeks, I made it to work, but I couldn't sit. And so long story short is I gained some of it back. And then after I got better, I started doing sit-ups, and I put my videos I do, sit-ups, push-ups, and I can feel the muscles in my stomach now. So the fat on top of the extra muscle that I'm putting on, my jean sizes go anywhere from 36 to a 38. But, so that's my story. But this was a home health care nurse, 7 months on carnivore, and that's awesome. My neuropath told me my kidneys would fail within 6 weeks of trying ketogenic diet back in 2014. I fired her 6 weeks later. You actually hear a lot of that because some of these doctors, they don't want to work with you. You know, you go in there and you defy anything that they medicine-wise want to push. They'll either they won't have you come back or you can just fire them. Okay, my cardiologist was trying to sell me an ablation for arrhythmia, an AFib 4 years ago. I didn't think burning my cardiac nerves was a great idea. Okay, that's when they do the operation and burn your nerves. Once again, they're not finding the root cause. They're just taking care of the symptom. So I went carnivore from keto then. Didn't have an AFib thereafter. Let me read that again. Didn't have any AFib thereafter. Remember, don't listen to me. Listen to all these people. Blood pressure went to 117 over 70. Hey, this one's actually in order. This year, my lifelong arrhythmia disappeared. I no longer drop every fifth beat. I'm 75. You know who I'm looking at. if you're watching. I'm 75 and I never expected that to change. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can be 10 years old, you can be in your 80s. People are doing this and they're finding change and good changes. So I'm pointing my finger at a couple of people I know. Amazing how knocking on death's door can influence a doctor to think for himself instead of believing in the sick care industry. That was talking about Dr. Cooley's video. Like I said, I've got these off a few videos, so they're not all in order. I'm sorry. I'll do better the next time. So this comes off of Facebook stuff. Funny, I worked on stage 3 and 4 kidney disease and treat with Carnivore. Research through a functional medicine lens, not allopathic. In this one, they're talking about a guy had posted that he had stage 3 or 4 kidney disease, and his doctor told him not to go carnivore, and so he listened to his doctor. And I get it. It's hard to trust something that isn't don't have a lot of years of research, but to me the research is right here in these comments. When you listen to so many people making changes, that I would honestly, I'd be listening to them, especially if you've been around for a while and the old fruits and vegetables haven't helped. Otherwise we wouldn't have high blood pressure, right? Huh? Right? Okay, here's another one. I helped a man with stage 3 kidney disease with talk of dialysis from his neurologist. In 1 month on Carnivore. In 1 month on Carnivore, his kidneys were normal. His neurologist was initially against the diet. After his results, she is now looking into carnivore. Amen. So this was about the guy that decided to not do carnivore. He had started it, and then his doctor told him not to. I'm going to have to reheat my lunch. And so he went off of carnivore because of his doctor, which this is for entertainment purposes only. Use your own thinking. Carnivore is not an airline. You do not need to announce your departure. You do what you think is right for you. Everyone is different, and not all fits one size. I get it. Feel free to come back and talk to us when you're sick enough, or when the money to pay you to post runs out. Kidney patients literally heal their diseases with carnivore. Plenty of info on YouTube of all carnivore doctors to watch. Sounds like you did not do enough research. There are loads of studies with people on keto and carnivore diets that reverse their CKD. I reversed all of my kidney damage and chronic UTI issues on carnivore. I'm going to go to 30 minutes and see. Hopefully this will download. All things that my doctor said could not be reversed. They claimed the only treatment to slow damage was lifelong medication. I take no medication now. I take no medication now. I think you are making a big mistake by quitting carnivore. My best wishes to you. Now, get the paper off of here. Ironically, my wife cured her kidney problems with carnivore. I take real life results I can observe with my own eyes versus whatever nonsense research history has not proven. I'm just reading you every one of them. Some of them don't. Some people have some smart comments. Here's one. So Google and Dr. Fauci aren't reliable sources for medical questions or treatments. I have ADPKD and reversed my kidney disease as a direct result of carnivore, which has been proven to treat it. You're suggesting those with CKD do research. Not only have I done the research, I have also have proof from my increase in GFR and decrease in TKV. It doesn't appear you're researching this properly. See, this is what I mean. There's people that's had problems and diseases and autoimmune stuff, that this is what they put in. These are the people that are like, it worked for me. They're putting their comments in there hoping to let others know that there is hope. This is part of the other one, I think. I'm sorry. PP, you are either doing your research at the so-called kidney specialist website or you're a troll, because nothing could be further from the truth, dude. I've reversed my CKD myself solely by this WOE. That's a fact. Here's another one. I cured my kidney disease with carnivore diet. See, some people, they just put a little quick comment, and others really list out their thing. For instance, here's one. Okay, this is going to be my last one because I want to end this at 30 minutes. 64 years old male, been on carnivore for 2.5 years, and initially lost 80 pounds, but that went off carnivore during Christmas, giving in to the family and all the foods that they spend hours preparing. Gained 12 pounds with severe diverticulitis. This is why you go off a carnivore and your body will let you know not a good idea. Let me read that again. Giving into the family foods. Gained 12 pounds with severe diverticulitis, ending up in 3 ER visits if you're reading, listening to my video, you know who I'm talking to. With 3 ER visits, 2 admissions, and have an upcoming sigmoid colectomy. Not sure if that's a test. I have managed to get back onto carnivore for the last month at roughly 180 grams daily protein intake, following a PhD and 120 ounces of water daily. Also added a low dose GLP-1 for the past 3 weeks. I only lost like 2 pounds. Very frustrating. It was better and easier when I first started on carnivore almost 3 years ago. Anyone else have this experience? I could go on and on. I have more, but I want to cut this video short. I don't want to keep you. Actually, that's the last one right there. So, when I say do your own research, that's what I mean. Get on some carnivore videos, watch them, go through the comment section like I just did. I might do a few more of these. I want to see if I get a lot of views, to see if anybody's interested in stuff like this. Because, I mean, you have to have time to do this. So if you don't have time, I thought, I don't mind doing it. I would rather do that than watch golf, you know. But anyways, oh, I'm over. I'm on 33 minutes, sorry. So I'm going to cut this longer than short. So that's what I mean by doing your research. There's a lot of people that's got healing. And so if you watch one video, it could be about somebody's kidney problems. The other video could be about somebody that has MS or somebody that has psoriasis or whatever. And so you'll get all those people commenting that's had similar issues and that carnivores help them. So, if the creek don't rise, somebody's trying to call me. God willing, and if the creek don't rise, stay carnivore strong. Amen.